Apophis fell, and with it, doomsday began.
Nou, ik sta hier naast een hele belangrijke persoon die achter de game r.a.g.e. zit. Een hele grote titel die er volgend jaar aankomt. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Matt Hooper, and I'm the design director at id Software working on r.a.g.e.
Can you tell us more about the inside story of the first-person shooter r.a.g.e?
Well, so what we've done with the story, it's a really deep, rich story, but it's difficult to explain all the complexities of it. But I will set up the world. It begins in the not-too-distant future, but an asteroid, it's on its way to collide with Earth. All of the governments of the world get together and bury these little life-sustaining pods all around the planet. The idea is once the dust is settled, these pods would come up and you would rebuild society. But nothing goes according to plan. When you step out of your ark, you're in this strange, twisted version of the world you used to know. And you have mutants running across the wasteland, warring bandit factions. So it's a crazy place right from the start, and you're just in a fight for survival.
I saw your presentation yesterday. The game is now quite a time in development. It's going to be coming out next year, September, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah. Can you tell us why it's September?
Well, so we at id Software, a lot of people know us for Wolfenstein. 15 plus years ago, we kind of showed the world what a first-person shooter was. And then with Doom and Quake, we've had these successive leaps in technology and gameplay. But it'd been over 10 years since we did anything new. So we knew if we were going to do something new, we wanted it to be big.
Yeah.
And to do something big with that many diverse gameplay elements and a brand new technology that runs at 60 frames a second on all of the different platforms, PS3, Xbox 360, and the PC, it takes time to get all of that right. And we want to make sure that when we're done with the game, it's the right game.
Okay, and the variation in the levels, because I saw like Fallout environment, everything apocalyptic and stuff.
Right.
So what's your inspiration?
Well, when we learned early on with the technology, we have the ability to uniquely texture the entire world. So we kind of match that diversity with the gameplay diversity. We make each of the environments as distinct and as unique as possible. So we want the player to feel like every time he goes to a new area of the world, that it looks different and there's something, a new challenge in there, and we give him a new tool to use. So it really is about diversity across the board. We just push, as far as possible on that.
Yeah. How long will it take for the player to finish the game, the single player?
We have, we do have this focused, kind of well-crafted story we're trying to tell.
Yeah.
And we're not sure how many gameplay hours that story is, but along the way, you're free to take part in extra races or rallies in the vehicles, or if you take out a bandit clan out of an environment, maybe mutants take over and you can go back into that environment. So you as a player can decide how long and how many hours you want to play, because there's going to be a tremendous amount of exploratory elements if you choose. So the main storyline will be something like you would expect, like 15-20 hours.
How many freedom do you have as a player in the different levels, the different areas?
So while r.a.g.e. is a focused action shooter and we have this action movie you're living through, we do have a lot of exploratory elements. If it looks like something interesting in the wasteland, we probably are prompting you to explore. And as I mentioned before, if you take out the bandits out of an environment, there's still a door there, so next time you go in, there's new things to uncover. And we do that throughout the game. We leave the world open, so we call it open but directed. You always know where the next main story point is, okay, but you're still free to explore and do your own thing if you want.
Well, thank you.